I'm John Regis and welcome to Mariners TV.
So Lee, through to the next round of the FA Cup, was it a very pleasing way to do that?
Yeah, of course. You know, any time you score 5 goals in a game, you're always going to take a lot of positives out of the game. I thought some of our possession and play was really exciting to watch at times. Obviously disappointed, from a perfectionist point of view to concede, that goal, because we shouldn't, on the balance of play, it should be a 0 at the end of the game. But lots of pleasing performances, and myself and Graham have got a real headache ahead of Tuesday in terms of, we had 7 on the bench today, with it being the FA Cup. We're only going to have 5 on the bench. We get Carl Finnegan and Gary Brown back in the mix on Tuesday. So yeah, some interesting decisions.
Do you feel this team's really starting to click now?
Yeah. That's obviously 3 wins on the bounce, and a little bit of momentum now. And we talked about going on a bit of a run, and we've got to really look to extend that run, obviously, for us as long as possible. And we're back at home on Tuesday, and if we can take some of that attacking play into Tuesday's game, then we've got a great chance of picking up another 3 points.
Right, the heart of things today was Blair Adams. He's got 3 goals in 6 minutes. That was a surreal moment for you when he scored that hat-trick.
No, it obviously doesn't happen very often. A left back scoring a hat-trick, but Blair's got that in his in his game, in terms of getting into really good areas. That's one of the reasons we brought him into the football club. He gets up and down and provides great qualities at both ends of the pitch for us. So yeah, that'll obviously give him further confidence, and it just shows again, like last season, that we've got hopefully a goal threat from lots of different areas in the pitch, which is a really important thing for us to have. So yeah, great achievement to get a hat-trick from any position, but especially from left back.
David Foley came on in the second half. He got a great reception. How pleased to be back, and how pleased to have him back in the four, really. Yeah,
it was, even though David didn't manage to get a goal in the end, we can see it from the sidelines. His instincts around the box, the runs that he makes, just the threat that he poses, is really exciting for us, because he's always got one thing on his mind, and that is, can I get into goal scoring positions, and that's, we now have a real wide array of different qualities and different attributes at the top end of the pitch now. Again, it's going to be really interesting and tough at times for myself and Graham to kind of to pick the right combinations and to come up with the right strategy. And it's a great situation to be in, and we've seen it in training on Thursday night. The levels in training on Thursday night were absolutely tremendous, and that to have that level of competition come from within your own dressing room can only be a good thing in terms of pushing performance levels up.
You're into the hat for the next round now as well. Have you got a preference for the sort of tie that you want in the next round?
Obviously a home draw you always look to to potentially get a home draw. To be honest with you, I think I'm not particularly bothered. I'm not particularly bothered who we get. We said this at half time. We came in at 3-0 at half time today, and one of the things that I said to the players was that we have to gauge, we have to assess us versus us, not necessarily us versus the opposition when we're giving feedback to ourselves and when we're giving feedback to the players. We set our own standards, and we're really confident that if we can hold ourselves to the standards that we set, that we can be a match for anybody in non-league football. And I don't say that trying to be cocky or anything like that. We just have a real strong belief in what we have here at this football club. So yeah, we had kind of we were in a slightly different situation last season, where I guess we played one team that was below us in the pyramid, and the rest of the teams were above us. We're now that one step level, level higher. I know there's been a few teams today from divisions below us that have qualified at the next round. But again, I know I've gone around the houses, but to answer your question, we're really not fussed. We'll take what we get.
Just finally, it's Lancaster City at home on Tuesday. They're a team that's bottom of the league at the moment, but important not to take that lightly, isn't it?
100%, and some of the feedback that we give the players at the end of the game there was centred around how we keep our standards. When we went to kind of 4-0 and 5-0 in the second half today, and then we got a bit sloppy for 15-20 minutes. And it's about just keeping on top of our mental discipline and our organisation, and we're going to have to be right on top of our levels all over again on Tuesday, because they're, again, maybe a bit of a cliche, but there really are no easy games in this league. Definitely not. We found that out a couple of weeks ago on Bank Holiday Monday, and we have got to be, we've got to produce the right levels in order to get the right result on Tuesday.